Welcome back to Brighter Shores. We are lopping coarse yew branches for 22 hours. 20 baskets, 48,000 XP. Going very nicely. Level 41 Woodcutter. We unlocked the overgrown brambles, which is fantastic. So let's maybe go look at those and put these away. Strange stone right here. Going to definitely want these for later. Doesn't say what they're used for. The passive stuff. Yew branches. We go into Carpenter. Juniper instruments, poplar grooming, yew figurines is at 38. Did it used to show what these are used for? The passive things? It's definitely used. Weird. Passive stuff. It works. Deposit all. Okay. Let's go see these brambles. We'll find them somewhere over this way. That'll be good. Just get the first time bonus Woodcutter XP for this. Is the only thing on the list is these brambles. There they are. Now they're overgrown brambles. We could switch them to be the lower level brambles. Hardy brambles, which give 63 XP. Or we could send them back to level 40 brambles. Looking a little more fancy. Give 130 XP. Functionally the same. Just a tiny bit more Woodcutter XP when we are going through. Could also queue it up and just get a whole bunch of Woodcutter XP from this. Technically an option for training. Or we can just keep on going and getting the passive stuff for later. That'd probably be for the best. Next passive is unlocked at 43. We are at 41 and more than a half here. So we should be getting that when we do one more day of lopping here. Levels are coming in reasonably quick. It's all working out. Let's get back over here. Still have plenty of baskets and everything. Just keep on lopping. Should be great. 24 more hours at the coarse yew ranches. 52,000 XP. More baskets. Really good. Really good. Level 43 Woodcutter. Right at the level to unlock the next branches. Coarse ash branches. Oh boy. So we're gonna need a knowledge point for that. And that's no big surprise, is it? So we'll store these away for later use. And start working on getting some more knowledge points. Continuing our efforts here. Deposit all those. Got a nice stock of those for later. That'll be good. Okay. We need this immediately. And we also still have 2 detective ones. Because we have the stakeouts and then another thing. Since we got so much experience for completing the quest. We got stakeouts and forensics that we need to unlock with that. So we need 3 knowledge points currently. That's okay. Back to finish stonemason. That's the next thing we need to do. Okay. I guess we should keep trying to do this. I'm gonna continue to not really worry about that. Like just after episodes, we'll worry about the explosives and the death stone and everything. If we remember to remember. Not to worry about it. Let's go back and continue the stonemasonry. Making some stuff that might actually be useful. See if we can get some two-handed weapons made here. That would be helpful, actually. Current two-handed weapons are not the best. We can definitely do better. I suppose it depends what makes the two-handed weapons. We have all the supplies and everything for it. Making hammer fist, stone, basic mace, warhammer. double-headed hammer at 16 might be what we're looking for. So we need to actually get to 16 first. Currently we've got these bits. Got flint, stone, basalt, limestone, granite. Want to be making these stone chunk shields. We can't see what things are made without the design book, unfortunately. Stone chunk shield, that is andesite. Coarse andesite. And then what is 16? We're going to want to make some double-headed hammers. And 16 for double-headed hammers. I think that's still just the andesite here. And U-poles, that's fine. Okay. So we need significantly more coarse andesite, specifically. Do we have more coarse andesite, specifically? We have basalt, deathstone, flint, granite, and limestone. We are severely lacking. We need to get from 15 and a quarter-ish all the way to 18 here, essentially. We'll go grab some andesite. It's probably going to need to be more than one trip's worth. We'll just have it in the inventory here. Could also go and mine it. It's fine. It's only level 8 mining. Costs that much. We got some money. We'll just buy some andesite here. That should be good. So 0 to 64, not super accurate. It's not like there's multiple level bands of things that use the same ores or anything. It's useful for like 12 to 16. That's it. Level appropriate, at least. And technically you get away with it, but you get less experience for using weaker stone, so I don't think you really would. 16, not too far. Let's buy enough of this. We also get experience for doing this part too, so that's alright. Plenty of gas left. It's not gonna be a problem. Yep. So we make more shields. We might theoretically get one that's slightly better than what we already have. As we keep getting higher levels here. We got a very good shield for some of these locations. We can do better. Again, assuming we make the shields. Could, I guess. Real question is going to be how things balance and change with the combat update. Whether any of the stuff we're making is going to have any value whatsoever. Could be awkward. Could be awkward. So also need to get 11 more levels here. 1 in 10. Something to work on. Something to consider. For right now, we're just worrying about the getting everything to 20. And combat really does seem to not be the best in terms of getting knowledge points either, so it's more just for leveling up and getting upgrades from fighting stuff. Also don't get upgrades for doing the crime dens, though, so that's another thing. And another thing. Okay. I'm not really too worried about spending an extra stone for making the shields. That's 4. And we had the stone maces. Nope. Warhammers. Nope. Doesn't say the level once you get it. It's awkward. Warhammers. No. That's a level 12 thing. Bolas. It's 3. We got plenty of ranged weapons. So I'm gonna just make some stone chunk shields. Technically more experience. Technically not worth it. Technically fine. Let's see. We have a 20 uncommon, 6 epic, 16 epic, and 14 rare shield currently. So we could definitely, if we get another rare here, that'd definitely be an upgrade over the uncommon one. So, in theory, this has some value. And all these upgrades and such will continue to have more value as we get higher levels. Could even come back, make some of these cheaper things at higher levels. Or we can actually just change the level on it. Presumably, we wouldn't be able to make a level 500 shield out of the cheapest stones. Probably going to be limited by the next upgrade level that we can make, or it gets the next kind of shield and everything. Different bits. Or something. I've not gotten to that point yet. So, there's a epic level, or rare level 15 shield. That's better than the uncommon level 20 shield, at least. So I'll take it. It also technically is one level upgrade over our level 14 rare shield for that one, but that is not as large of a difference, obviously. Put it where it's going to get, in theory, the most use, depending on how any of this works. Okay. There's level 16. Can now make the common, uncommon, and rare double-headed hammers. Their fire aspect is not fantastic for us. Let's say two-handed weapon. That is good. Let's go grab the poles that this needs and start making some of those. Double-headed hammers. Needs U poles. Should have some of those, I believe. U poles. You betcha. Start with those. Two-handed melee weapons. Okay. Most expensive, most XP. It's at least something. Okay. I don't know if there is a two-handed weapon with no magic attached to it. There's definitely ranged and one-handed weapons that work for that feature. This works against everything. At higher levels, you won't be switching as often, so having more specific items is probably better. Yeah, our two-handed weapon department is not quite as good. So we should be able to get something out of this. We have a 29 common, 18 uncommon, 4 rare, and 17 uncommon for the two-handers. We can definitely do better than that. Even this 16 uncommon is already technically better than the 29 common. Would like, obviously, to get the rare ones, though. That's the big ticket. Every improvement in rarity is a huge level boost. Definitely something to think about. 50, we have a shield there. It'll be the 15 rare shield. If we can get some rare two-handed weapons here, that'd be perfect. We're making it 18. Could make throwing clubs. Not too worried about that. Honestly, I might just keep making these. This might be more useful for us. Okay. Quartermaster. Deposit all from the backpack. Now we need to go get another pile of stone, though. We probably just make, we at least make one basic throwing club, just to get the bonus, or as many as we can make from like 6 stone or whatever. More beneficial currently to try to make some of these two-handers, though. That'll be okay. Andesite, buy some more. Also not going to be making quite as much money if we are keeping the rare items instead of selling them. Another thing to consider. Great Stone Mace at 22 would probably also be a two-handed weapon. We're not really getting to level 22 right now, though, so work with what we got. Yeah, but that shield being rare, all of our weaponry is rare or epic, except for a level 30 uncommon, and then some of the two-handers here. So it's not terrible. It's not terrible. There's definitely options in here. We definitely have some weakness in the armor. Got a couple commons still, which is not amazing. More reason to continue working on combat. Or not work on it until the changes, maybe. Don't know when that's gonna be, is part of the question here. Working with what we got. Right now that is buying some more rocks. Definitely did not mine nearly enough rocks or stones or ores or anything to actually get all the way up to the levels. We're also kind of getting there with the wood pieces too. I ran out of some of those. It's a process. It's a process. After we get to 20, a lot of the experience is probably going to be coming from passives anyways, so. Let's just see what we need for the next first passive here. That's one potential problem with minor stuff. Getting 2 skills worth of passive ingredients from one. Unlikely. Unless it gives just a whole bunch more experience. Which isn't too insane. Okay. Got enough of these to get some. Need to deposit some of these. Grab out 6 of the poles. It's gonna be just some of this, some of that. Make it work. Okay. Let's keep on making more of these. Try to get some rares here. As much as we can influence what we get, which is 0. We have no influence. Whether it be common, uncommon, or rare here. Just need to keep making more, and then we'll get things. Ain't that what we're doing here? Should be great. Okay. So the etched version here is 12. There is a rare level 16. Level 17 stonemason. Which now means we can potentially make a rare level 17 two-handed weapon. That's just immediately a massive upgrade over our current stuff we have. Should be better than everything we have as two-handed weapons. Which is pretty wild. Never gotten anything good for a two-hander. Better, 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 better. If we can get more of these, that'd be great. I guess then the question becomes, which areas do we tune into? Probably the highest level ones. Let's get the ash branches, that'll be perfect. Beautiful. Keep making more of these. Okay. Yeah, this is passable. We could probably take some of the uncommon ones if we don't make enough rares as we get to 20 here. It's gonna be a thing if we're not training with the active training, we're not gonna be making more things, so definitely something to return to when we get higher levels. Try to make a couple good things. Oh, there's a level 17 epic one. Or rare. It's only rare. Still pretty good though. It's pretty epic how rare it is. Or something. Much better than what we got. Alright. If we get 4 rare two-handers here, we could probably continue on to the next ones. Level 18 stuff. Not that we need it, but it's nice to have. And potentially upgrades too. Okay. But it's supposed to be rare. Can't always be rare. even to 18 yet. That's how we're doing. Technically, we would switch back to making non the most expensive things. Go back to just making some of the thrown weapons with only 3 rocks instead of 4 rocks and a stick. Could be a cheaper alternative. Once we have 4 epics here, or 4 rares. Well, it's only rare. We need to do that other quest to be able to combine rares into epics. And that'd be definitely something, too. Really would not be too worried about doing that until we get much higher level things. That's okay. It is a work in progress, of course. Uncommon. Could be worse. Quartermaster. How much more space we got down here? Eh, decent amount. All from backpack. Got 3 more spaces in here. We got 2 epics here. Rares. 2 rares. Get 2 more rares. We can switch. Should be time to make 2 more rares in the time before we get to 20 here. Very possible. Andesite. Maybe we could try to get even just more one-handers. Because we have a 10 and a 12 rare one-handed weapons. But I think that would be going back even further, though. I have to go all the way back to Warhammers. I think those are used a different stone entirely. Yeah, don't have any of that either. I don't think we're going to worry about going back that far. 10 rare is at least good. It's not a 17 rare, but it's a lot better than any uncommon anything. And also we're just going to have the 17 rare two-hander, which is just going to be better in general, probably. I was just kind of assuming that two-handed weapons are just straight up better most of the time. Since you're sacrificing the shield, they ought to be significantly stronger. That's the thought, at least. Yeah, with this experience from etching and making these, this should get us to 18 here, this inventory. Would we settle for 2 or 3 of these? Yeah, probably. More would be better, of course, though. More would be better. And we also need to consider XP rates and everything, though. This is fine. Come. Get these. I think the thing with the Death Stones, it makes some of our best stuff at those levels. So it'd be worth still getting those. Can always just purchase the items for passive training. Make at least some of the money back. Opportunity costs and all that. I'm just actually collecting the passive stuff too. Levels, then levels that get unsynced in weird ways. Level 18. Okay. Now make the throwing clubs. Go look at that. That requires the granite. 5 granite each. My goodness. Look in the rocks chest. We've got 72 granite. So at least gets the job done to start. Deposit. Some of these. Get the sticks out. Let's finish this up at least. Making the most useful bits. Okay. Let's see 2 more rares here. Would be great. Would be fine. Huh. It's got 2 heads on these hammers. Definitely something. Got the whole hammer mage going on and all that. There's another rare. It's 18. It's pretty good. Okay. One more rare, we'll call this good. Get more experience out of the stones making the stuff that only uses 3 pieces. We'll have to check to make sure we have a divisible number of rocks left then. Because I don't want to be left with just a handful of etched pieces of stone here. That would not be very helpful. It's uncommon. This is also, of note, a level 18 rare. That's even better. Couple levels. Couple levels. Not bad. Epic. In terms of one-hand weapons, we have level 28 rare for Hope Port. That's pretty wild. 30 rare range weapon. Not too shabby. More reason to continue leveling up Stonemason more. Be able to actually make more very high quality weapons. And shields. Which if we're mostly focusing on two-handers, probably would not be the most helpful. That's okay. It's still something. It's still something. Common. Not so great. And then take the rest of the etched. And head back this way. I think we're gonna need to clean out the current storage before we move on to more things right now. We got a couple upgrades we want to make. We're gonna go to all the different obelisks. I suppose. Gets everything where it needs to be. Have everything taken care of. Common. And the last one of these. Even an 18 uncommon still would be better. Maybe at least something. Maybe at least something. Or this could just be a rare. That would also work. That would also work. Okay. No. Just an uncommon. Alright. Well, let us get over to here and pick up the things that we want to use and do stuff with. Put everything else back in the quartermaster storage until we get back. Go with one thing at a time here. Because we do want to save an uncommon here for upgrading stuff. That'll be good. It's all the same weapon type, which is fine. You can manage. Alright. Let's get out the things that we want to tune. Should be doable. Yeah. Down here, got the 18. Got the 18 rare, 17 rare, 16 rare, and an 18 uncommon. Deposit this, deposit this, deposit this, deposit this. We also have the 15 epic shield. Withdraw that. Okay. And now we go to the obelisks. So for Hope Port, we're gonna get the 15 shield and the 18 uncommon hammer here. Bit of an upgrade. 15 shield. Huh? And the uncommon two-hander. Not gonna be the largest upgrade, but still something. And then we go to the forest. 200 there. If we're going to be doing significantly more stonemason training, we would probably just wait until we got a much higher level before worrying about tuning anything. And I expect that's what's going to happen the next time we are worrying about any of this. Are they coming all the way over here? No, you're not. Alright. Over here, 16. Okay. It's the deep mine. And while we're here, we could technically grab the explosives and stuff. We'll worry about that later. Just need to get over to the obelisk. Click there. Nope. Doesn't do the whole crazy roundabouts. Except when it does. Kind of like need to have most of the area available, then it will. That's fun. Makes this run much easier. All the different distances you can click on the map to run. It's been pretty wild. It's at least something. Can't just zoom all the way out and click all the way across the map still. So, it's definitely still something. Okay. We'll be tuning the 17 rare here in the mines. Gonna still need to do some mine fighter, probably. So having this available would be very nice. Okay. Then we teleport to the outskirts. Go tune our best two-handed weapon here. I suppose even with the uncommon two-handed weapon for Hopeport, it's still not better than the one-handed level 28 rare, so it's technically not upgrade or anything. Better to have for an option though, I suppose. Something's immune to the one-handed, assuming that that is not also Infernae. I'm not too worried about the specifics. We'll be fine. Alright. Let's also just check what's in here. Because why not? Trade. Got a uncommon 34 shield for port. Might technically be better. Yeah, all bunch of regular commons and a 35 uncommon two-hander. Oh, for it. That is better. You want take these? I'll just take these. For a little bit of money. Yeah, 35 uncommons, much better than 18 uncommon. Alright. Don't know if we really need to look at the common stuff. What do we have here? Do we have any guard commons in here? Maybe do better. And armor. I also need to be keeping track of every piece of gear here. That's fine. Yeah, that is... Those are better than those. We can compare all the stats in a bit here. But for right now, let's get this weapon attuned here. Which should be our strongest out here. Which would also obviously help quite a bit with the crime rates and everything. I guess the 18 epic, actually epic, ranged weapon's still the strongest, but it's a good thing that actually has enough stats on it we can continue attacking with. This is significantly stronger, a little bit less magical, but that's okay. Take that. Sell that. Back to Hopeport. Switch some things out. Okay. Let's start looking at the Hopeport equipment. Going to have this shield, which is actually this shield now. That is one tier lower, but 19 levels higher. That's actually obviously better. Previously, we had this level 20 shield. Stats-wise, these numbers. Doesn't have a base total information. See here, it's got like 35 up to 63. This one here is 40 up to 79. This one here is 41 up to 78. Those are very similar. Equip this and compare it to this. It's better in 4 ways, so it is definitely better. Sell that. And withdraw this. Deposit that. There's a 34 uncommon now. Definitely better. Anything in the 30s is... Well, not at this point anymore. We're getting to a point where we actually have some stuff that's almost as good. As long as it's a rare that we've made. That's better than that. That's better than that. Two-handed weapon here was a common 29. Strength 50. And then we've made this strength 54. But then we bought this, which is strength 72. So that is better. Deposit that. Okay. So that is a 35 uncommon. I wonder if that shop can sell rares. Seems to just be a pile of common and a singular uncommon. It's still okay though. Here we are upgrading in the forest from 54 double-handed hammer to 66 double-headed hammer. Don't equip. Deposit it. And then in the mines, went from a 55 common, 55 rare great stone mace to a 68 rare double-headed hammer. So, at least a little bit better. And deposit that. Okay. Go down to all this stuff. Any of these. I honestly might not even need this. But 38 rare is at least interesting to see. We can make more of these low-level rares anytime we want. Not too worried about that. Okay. Let's sell all this. All this pile of stuff. Sell all with the rares. 31 silver. Acceptable. Acceptable. Okay. all this list here. Yeah, it should be good. Okay. Back to the mine. We're making the next level of things, which we technically might still end up getting some unlocks from. We're going to be using up all the... We'll be putting in all the stone first. So it's going to get us quite a few levels in itself. Or experience, at least. We're using up the granite now, it was. We can throw in clubs. 5 of these. My goodness. See for the next levels of stuff. The 22 uses 4 granite as swamp pole. The shield uses 5 granite. Use a lot of granite for these. And then the throwing hammers use deathstone. The great hammer uses deathstone. And the sling uses deathstone. Great hammer and the throwing hammers are on style magic. So we do really want to be able to make plenty of these. That'd be great. Okay. Should definitely keep up with this then. Because it's very, very expensive to make more of those. We have 48 pieces here. That's a start. So let us etch up all the granite here. At least be something. Okay. So plink this all in. Let's see how much experience just the etching is going to be here too. Because we only need to get to 20 here, essentially. Could always just... I mean, we probably want to keep some of these. It's going to be making the Great Stone Maces higher level. Shields too. So not using up all the granite right now would be beneficial. Just having it available. So we kind of really don't need more ranged weapons right now. A level 18 rare would be just barely an upgrade for like the backup ranged weapons. And 1 possible main ranged weapon. Also need to consider the magics, make sure the backup ranged weapon is actually a backup and isn't just still the same magic type and doesn't actually help at all. Kind of the goal to be able to use a ranged weapon. Keeping a diverse magic profile and all that. It's something. I think a lot to consider at much higher levels. What you're fighting. What you can easily get. There's level 19 already. Oh yeah. We'll just be sitting on a bunch of etched granite for a little bit. Could always use it to actually just get the experience later. If we want to more focus on being able to make ourselves some weapons and stuff. Or, it might end up being useful for the ranged armor making, or the armor making too. It's not really ranged and melee armor, it's just all the same. Level 19 Stone Mason. Here you go. Let us deposit all these. And take out the non-etched. 2 more full inventories here. That's perfect amounts. Except all the things use like 4 or 5, so. Awkward usage numbers for the equipment here. That's fine, I guess. That's fine. Okay. And put this. How long are we gonna need the lowest level of Death Stone? The next level of throwing hammers is at 79. So, for quite some time. Okay. Honestly, might just get 20 from just doing this. We'll still make 1 of the thrown clubs thing here. One thing worth at level 20. Yeah, throwing clubs, 18. Just for that first bonus first time XP. Which is definitely worth getting. Okay. Oh yeah. Definitely getting there. With this reaching towards 20 here, I'm only gonna have 2 more things left to train to 20. That's something. Okay. Go. Grab these. And the next set. Total we're at 496. Almost to 500. That's pretty good. It's not actually very good, because we don't play as much. Still getting all the passive XP levels, though. That's helping quite a bit. Keeping us going here. We're working on it. We're getting there. Okay. We get the last inventory of the granite to etch. See, I wanted to deposit all and then take some stuff out. That's fine. Granite, stonemason, all of it. Okay. I guess you use 5 materials. It's very awkward for the inventory numbers here, since it's 24. It's got a bunch of, yes, 4 extra at the end. That's alright. The storage box is at least right nearby. It's not some weird amount. Those. Put these. That can be enough for 20. Might need to make 1 of the throwing clubs, which is fine. Knowledge point is coming here too. We'll go test out some of our new equipment. We can just do some Mine Fighter, get that to the level it needs to be. Depends how much experience it actually takes. Mine Fighter. That's like 16,000 experience. What would we want to fight? We got all these lower level things we get the first time experience from too. All of the passive combat levels. If they skip quite a few things. Which isn't terrible or anything. It's just something. Okay. The last of the granite. Whole pile of this. Okay. See if it's gonna be a one-handed ranged weapon or a two-handed ranged weapon. I don't really have a space for 2 different things for that. So. Just is what it is. Now, chisel. Buff limestone bowls. Hopefully it doesn't leak. Buff limestone bowls, huh? We have some buff limestone. Limestone. Use it here. 41 boxes of it. Buff limestone. Brilliant. Okay. So let's make a level 20 stone throwing club. Let us see what we get here for the possibly one and only one of these we're making. Just fine. We're gonna throw 2 throwing clubs. This only does the 1 damage roll though, so that's okay. It's an uncommon 20. There you go. That is not enough to be of interest. Deposit all the stone. I'll sell this later. Alright. Let's pop open the Quartermaster here. Auto equip for Mine of Mantabon. We're leaving the 14 rare thrown item here, which is fine. What is less fine is a power outage right now. So, that's going to be the end. Next time, goodbye.